What's up and good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another video. As you can see here, I got something a little bit different for you today. These are the headlights or eyeballs out of my 2005 Silverado, and as you can see, I mean, they're yellower than my grandpa's teeth, and they work, but they just don't work that good. So I got a couple different things I want to try out today. I got this ultra super duper headlight restoration kit from 3M. It's got a cardboard box and costs money. And then I got the original 3M headlight restoration system. I've heard good things about this one, but I was told that if you use it, you need to get a clear coat to put on it. So I went and found these Clorox wipes, so that should work fine. It says all you need is the kit, headlights, and a drill, and I got that and an appetite, so I'm good to go. I'm going to bring these over to the sink while the wife ain't looking. I'm going to rinse them off, get them clean, and then I'll set up the dining room table and start sanding away, because that's what that's for. Alright guys, we're back over here, and as you can see, they're cleaned, but they're still horrendous. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this Ultra kit, and let's see what's inside of it. Instructions. Just dump it out all unorganized like. Okay. 2 packs of quick headlight clear coat. 1 glove. Okay. 1 drill attachment. 1 3000 grit Trizact polishing pad. Good quality masking tape. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 6 500 grit 3M sanding pads and 4 800 grit white pads. So looking at the instructions here, first step is to clean the lens with soap and water. Check, we got that done. If it was in a vehicle, you would take the masking tape and you would go around any of the painted surfaces that you don't want to have any damage done to. And the first step would be to attach the 500 grit to the disc pad holder, and using 12 to 1600 RPM, go back and forth on the headlight until all yellowing is removed. So I'm going to get that set up, and that's what we're going to do. Alright, I got the drill set up, yellow pad. I'm not worried about any of this stuff getting scuffed, so I don't see any need to duct tape or masking tape it. Alright, let's see what this is like. You can see it's doing a good job at taking off the yellow. Alright guys, here's where we're sitting now. Looks to me like I got the yellowing off of it. So now I'm going to switch over to the 800 grit and then do basically the same thing over again until I've got all the scratches uniform with that 800 grit. Man guys, this 800 grit is so fine it's hard to tell which side goes where. Luckily I'm not an idiot and it only took me 3 tries to get it right. Here we go. Wife's in there cooking. That means she ain't looking. Let's make some dust. There's still some deep scratches in here that are like rock debris and everything else that's hit it while it's been driving. But that looks pretty uniform to me. Now let's move on to the Trizact. This is the 3000 grit Trizact. It says to give it a couple squirts of water so you're going to be wet sanding. Okay. And see that little bit, what it's already doing. Make sure to keep it wet. Now it says to allow 5 to 15 minutes after the first application of clear coat, so it's been about 15 minutes, somewhere in there. I'm going to use the second clear coat pad and apply it to this. Normally you would have both headlights done at the same time, and then you could use both clear coat pads on both of them. But since I'm comparing both 3M kits against each other, I figured I might as well just use everything on one. Alright, I'm going to let that be and I'll check in with you when it's dry. Alright guys, here's the final result after second coat of clear coat. What do you guys think? I know it's kind of hard to see on camera. You might be able to see some of the scratches. Camera has a way of making things look better than they do, except for me for some reason. Anyways, I think the inside of this headlight has clear coat on it and there's cracks on the inside because I went over this thing a ton with the sandpaper and I could not get them to come out. And looking at it now, I'm 99% sure they clear coated the inside of this. Well, this was the 3M Ultra Headlight Restoration Kit. I'm going to be using the 3M Headlight Restoration System on the other headlight. But as far as this goes, I highly recommend this product. This thing worked amazing. So, anything that'll save me $250 is a winner in my book. I'm going to go get this one put back on the truck, and I'm going to get that other one going. We'll see how the other headlight system works. This one is clearly the better of the two lights, and that is going to be a factor in performance on how these headlight restoration kits work, but it still does have damage that needs to be corrected. Like I said, this is the one that I'm going to be using. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, we got rubbing compound, and there's nothing in that one. Applicator pad once again. Looks like the same 500, 800, and 3000 grit Trizact pads. This one just has the actual orange buffing pad with it. So I'm going to go through the instructions. I'm sure it's going to be the same exact process, but let's make sure before I mess it up. So the steps are exactly the same as the first 3M kit that we used until you get to the compounding step. So I've got the 500 grit put on here on the drill. And let's get to sanding. That's looking better already. Pretty even. Alright, I went over it with the Trizac pad until I'm not getting any white residue coming off. I'm going to give it a mist and a wipe down to get all the debris off of it, or residue. I'm going to let this dry up for a minute, and then I'm going to get going on the polishing compound. So I got this headlight all cleaned off. I'll give you a view before. Looking better now than it was when I started, for sure. That little water speck you see in there, that's actually on the inside of the lens. And it says to take a dime size amount of this and put it on the pad. It doesn't say to, but I mixed up the rubbing compound before doing that. Dime, quarter, whatever. And it says to take it and smear it. And continue to run the pad until clarity is where you want it. If you need more, you can add more compound and go again. Also, do not run the pad dry. All right, let's see what it does. That's pretty impressive already. I'm going to add a little bit more and keep going on it. Alright, that headlight looks pretty close to brand new. I know it wasn't even when we started, but I think the second 3M kit is the winner. I'm going to continue polishing this, buffing it down, and if I can get all that rubbing compound off, I'm going to put a layer of clear coat on it, and then I'll show you guys that. So I additionally bought this 3M quick headlight clear coat, and I didn't realize it. It comes with an extra 3000 grit Trizact pad and 2 of the headlight clear coats. Well, that's pretty cool. I got this wiped down. I believe I've got all the rubbing compound off of it. Now let's put some clear coat on it so it lasts. It says not to use a lot of pressure when putting this on. Start from the top, work your way down, and do a 25 to a 50% overlap. If you see bubbles when you're putting it on, it's because you're pushing too hard. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now, let it dry, see if there's a reaction to anything, and if it's good, I'll put on one more coat. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes, let's give it its final application. And here are the final results, guys. This is the one that I used the Ultra Kit on. This was far more damaged when I started, but you can see it's pretty clear. Looks pretty decent. And then this is the one that used the cheaper 3M kit. Wasn't as damaged, but man, that came out like new. Very, very impressed. So if you guys have some faded headlights, don't rush out and buy new ones. Give these 3M kits a shot. They really seem to work. Alright guys, I appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in. And thank you to all the new subscribers that have come by. I want to say thank you for checking out the channel and liking it enough to subscribe. Alright guys, I appreciate it, and I'll be back soon with the next one. You have a good day.